Change of pace there because usually I do hip hop, but hey, welcome to the live stream. It is I'm sorry, September 20th, 2023. I hope you're doing well today. Got a few things to knock off the agenda today. First and foremost, the main purpose of this stream is to review Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 97. We'll be talking about that today, as well as I'm going to be dropping. No, it's not going to get me demonetized. I know what I'm doing. We're going to be dropping a couple of trailers and some big announcements right now. There's not a lot of people right now that are watching live, which is kind of a letdown. I mean, it's whatever, but there's not a lot of people on right now, and I wanted to wait till there was more people before I start dropping announcements and things like that. Maybe because it's Wednesday and people are at work. It doesn't really matter though. It's not a big deal. Those of you here are gonna get a real nice treat. Okay, here come the people. I think they're coming now, so we'll see. But if you're stopping by, leave a like. I really appreciate it. I will like for money. I'll do anything for money. I mean, I don't know about anything. You should have put Linkin Park. What if I didn't want to, bro? What if I didn't want to do Linkin Park? What if I wanted to do Molly Crew? Anyways, so, man, we have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. I'm fine. Why would you think I wasn't okay? I'm fine. I've always been like this. I don't. You're a bad judge of character if you think I'm not, or a judge of not character, of appearance or whatever. Anyways, yeah, click the like. So let's talk about what's going on because we're in for a few very interesting weeks. So we are going to go through the chapter. We're gonna go through it. I actually have not looked at the entire chapter yet in depth, so I'll be doing that with y'all. But there are some announcements I want to get out of the way. First of all, on this stream later today, hold on. On this stream later today, I'm gonna be bringing some guests on, and I'm also gonna be debuting the trailer for a brand new web series coming to Geek the 101. This is an exclusive series only on my channel that I'm working on called Dragon Ball Unseen. I've been teasing it for quite some time now. And it's one that I think is gonna really, well, hopefully do well. It's something that I've never done before, something totally new on the channel. It's a team effort, requires a lot of people to work on it. But it's gonna be. We're gonna debut the trailer here today, so you're gonna know. You're gonna see it, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go into detail. And besides that, the good news. This man said, "I hope minimum 5 more chapters about superhero." Why? Why? No, but listen though. This weekend, this is the first of 3 streams. You understand? Today we're covering the manga and doing the Dragon Ball Unseen trailer, which I'm going to drop again in the later streams. And then Saturday morning on Twitch, I will be on there discussing the Dragon Ball, well, not discussing, watching Dragon Ball episodes 52 and 53 from the original series in high definition. So make sure that you're there. And then shortly after that, here's the big one. This is the big one. Sometime this weekend, I do not have a time yet, but sometime this weekend, I'm going to do a stream where I'm going to drop the bomb. I'm going to drop the bomb on the upcoming announcement at New York Comic Con and the web anime. So if you've been wondering what this is, what's going to happen, I'm going to give you all the scoop weeks out. And I'm telling you right now, if I'm wrong about this, because you know, the haters love to fucking try to stab me and they want, it's like Goku being shot with bullets, bro. It does nothing to me. If I'm wrong, then next month, October 12th, feel free to unsubscribe. Hey, it's your choice. If I get this one wrong, I'm pretty confident. I would say I'm very confident because I've seen things now. I've seen things, and there will be another Dragon Ball anime coming. It's not Super. If you're waiting for Dragon Ball Super, right? If you are waiting for Dragon Ball Super, the anime, you're not getting that now. You're getting something else. But there's going to be two new things you're getting when it comes to me. You're going to be getting the, obviously, the web anime is coming thanks to Japan and the creator Shueisha Toei, whatever. Dragon Ball Unseen is mine. That's my project with my team. Jordan, the Dragon Lee, Star Blast Studios, Gamer Goku, several people are involved, and there's going to be more coming. The beautiful thing about Dragon Ball Unseen is it will be the return. It'll be the return for the first time of Stephanie Nadolny playing Gohan for the first time in a decade. You know what, bro? I try to be nice to you, dude, and you just continue to be an asshole. So I have you're banned with your long ass name. Look, here's the deal, bro. I try to be nice and have fun with the streams. If you're gonna come on here and just be a douchebag because you want attention because you don't get none in the real world, you're just gonna get banned. Like, we're doing zero tolerance now. This is a stream where we chill. This is a stream where we fucking hang out, talk about Dragon Ball. We don't want to hear you being negative, being a little bitch, being a little hoe, crying, fucking no. Like, we're not doing that today, bro. Zero tolerance. I'm not dealing with it, bro. Don't be rude and be an asshole to people just because nobody cares about you. You understand? I don't know why I'm putting my headphones in. Let me get these super chats out of the way. I have two so far. Justin Sullivan, I'm going to answer his questions. He said, hey, Danny, you know how the DBS manga and anime portray their storyline differently? Of course I do. What if on Beerus' planet Goku actually wins the fight against Vegeta in the manga when it's the other way around in the anime? He could, but I have a weird feeling, and I could be wrong about this. But I have a weird Donnell Parker. Donnell Parker. I'll tell you in a minute. I have a weird feeling about this, right? But I think that we're not even going to see it. I don't think we're going to see Goku versus Vegeta in the manga. I hope that we do. I really do. But I have this weird feeling that we're going to stick with Cell Max for a while. And then Lucid Games and Art said, finally a movie I want to have adapted to an anime. Well, I mean, most of them should be, right? Dragon Ball. If they follow this version specifically, it's made the arc worth it for me, kind of. Okay, he's talking about chapter 97. So, question for you. Do you want us to get into the web I'm sorry. Let me try it over again. Do you want to review the chapter right now, or do you want to look at the Dragon Ball Unseen trailer? Let me actually put a poll up. I'm gonna let y'all pick what we're doing first today. Hold on a minute. This thing's being let me end the first poll. I already said earlier, if you're waiting for Dragon Ball Super to come back, it's not coming back, dude. It ain't coming back for a while. I'm going to go into more detail Saturday. It's not coming back. Like, people got to let it go. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Let it go, dude. Let it go. Something else is coming. Hold on one moment. So I'm going to let y'all vote. Which one do you want to see first? The Dragon Ball Unseen trailer, we could talk about it. Or do you want to review the chapter? Which we're going to do both. It's just a matter of which one do you want to see first. Because most of y'all are typing out trailer, and I respect that. But I want votes so that even those that are silent get a chance to have their voice heard. Yes, Rusty, exactly. Also, I'm going to be putting the trailer up on various things. OT Vel Misfit, I'm going to say it again. I will be covering that in a future stream. This weekend. Ain't going to take that long. It's a few days away. You'll get more information. So we're going to... so everyone keeps saying trailer. And we got right now 75% of you have voted trailer. No, I don't play Dokkan Battle, and please do not spam the same question over and over again. Do you think it's because they want the manga to be ahead? Yes, I actually have a video that's already done. So I have a video that is already done. Wait a minute. What is this? Geekdom, we have a group of over 220 people in my country, Bosnia, who have been planning your conversion to Islam. We have created a timeline for your conversion. We hope you comply. How did you know about that? Starblast, you been talking to people, bro? Like, how did you know about that? Because I am considering that. I just didn't know that you knew about that. Unless you're just trolling me. You know? I don't know. Action Punk says, what would you change or add for superhero arc? I would add more Red Ribbon robots and things like that. That's what I would add. So what we're going to do, yo, is we're going to look at the trailer for my new web series coming out right now called Dragon Ball Unseen. So we're going to watch this trailer together. This was edited by Starblast, right? No, I don't know if I'm becoming a Muslim yet. It's one of those things that I'm still thinking about. I'm still doing research. Starblast, I think he might be trolling, not realizing that, you know. But anyways, Rad Bull, you got it. Yeah. That's LA Knight. So here's what we're gonna do. Also, as far as changing the superhero arc, I actually kind of like it the way it is. But like I said before, I would have explored how Broly and Goku wound up together and go into that. So, all right. So, what we're about to watch right now, I'm gonna put it on for you guys, is the first trailer and maybe the last one, because I don't know if we're gonna do any more trailers, to Dragon Ball Unseen. Dragon Ball Unseen is a new web anime. It's a visual comic. It is a visual comic that's going to have a number of different types of animation styles. Right? No, I'm not the Taoist, bro. That's Jordan. Jordan's the Taoist, I think. He's a Buddhist. But anyways, check it out. So this is going to be a new... This is going to be a new web series that I'm producing and I've created it with my team. And we're going to be showing you the unseen moments of Dragon Ball. Stuff we've heard about, right? Things that we have heard about, but we don't know yet. Or we've never seen. So it's going to be the secret stories of Dragon Ball. Episode 1 is going to cover the future timeline, the original timeline Trunks came back from, and it's going to cover Goku's confrontation with Mecha Frieza and King Cold. And thank you, Sebastian, but stick around. Make sure you leave a like, and I appreciate it. And thank you, MKDDDGT. All right, so the first episode, we're planning on doing a few different episodes, is going to focus on Goku versus Mecha Frieza and King Cold. And it's going to be awesome because it's got a lot of jokes that a lot of you guys... No, not the unseen timeline. I said the future timeline. I didn't say unseen. The show is called Dragon Ball Unseen. Try to follow along with me now. So, we're going to be showing in this show a lot of different things we've never seen before, right? The first episode is going to be about Goku's confrontation with Mecha Frieza that we know happened. It's in the story, manga and anime. We just never see it. But I'm going to animate it with you. How Goku unlocked SS3. That's going to be episode 3, and that's still in pre-production. Mondo Cool did a manga like this, yes, but this is done by me, first of all. And secondly, this is not a manga. So let's go ahead and play this right now. I'm going to play it for you guys. And I hope you like it. I hope you do. This is something I've never done before, so let's see. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. I love this trailer. Here we go.
Frieza! You couldn't move on with your life. That's Father's key.
You will be the one and only mortal in this universe who will witness the true power of King Cold.
Dragon Ball Unseen, a new web series exclusively coming to Geekdom 101 this October. Don't miss a single episode. Oh, I'm muted. Oh my god, I'm muted. That's so embarrassing. Oh, I am so embarrassed. I was talking to you guys. I was reading your chats. Thank you. So what I was gonna say was we've been working really, really hard on this. It's an idea that came about a couple months ago. It's taken a long time to put together, but it's coming to the Geekdom 101 page. Geekdom 101 YouTube channel. And that's just episode 1. We've got a very big docket of things coming, including the biggest one is going to be the story of Yamoshi. Remember Yamoshi? I've developed a story about Yamoshi and how he became the first SS god. Yes, Adrian Rodriguez, she's a good friend of mine. And there's that story, yo, we're going to try and make it so damn emotional. You know what I mean? It's going to be phenomenal. Let's play the trailer one more time. So I'm playing the trailer one more time for you guys. So you guys can see it again. So yeah, Stephanie is back. I brought Stephanie back to Dragon Ball, and I'm very proud of that fact. And she ain't the only one. So here's another look.
Frieza! You couldn't move on with your life.
That's Father's key.
You will be the one and only mortal in this universe who will witness the true power of King Cold.
And what's funny about Dragon Ball Unseen is that, and that trailer, is that we're teasing the King Cold transformation, but we're not going to show it until you watch the episode. King Cold does have a transformation, right? He does, but we're not going to get into it on the trailer. You have to watch the episode to see it. It's a brand new form that we've developed that I think a lot of you are going to like. You know what the best part is about Unseen? Blood. You're going to get blood back in Dragon Ball. I'm making this thing specially violent. Not over the top, like ridiculous violence, but it's going to be like Dragon Ball Z. And we got a lot of stories that we got to tell. There's a lot of stories. It's going to be a lot. Actually, okay, so Lozano Fine Arts said, are you having a donation goal to fund this project? I'm going to have to, because this first episode is being completely funded by me. Completely funded by me, the first episode. But if it does well, we can keep putting it out. But if it doesn't, I may have to do a GoFundMe, or I may have to do a Patreon, because I want to do some more animation. This has some animation, but if I can get a nice funding for this, for future episodes, we can do a fully animated series, and that's gonna be awesome. But that's gonna take a long time. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a while. So it'll be a minute. When are we going to be able to watch this series? October. I'm dropping the series in October. Will we see the origin of the Nameless Namekian? Maybe. I haven't thought about that yet. There's a lot of ideas I have written down that I haven't, like, you know. No, it's not a motion comic. It's a visual novel. I guess that's almost the same thing, but it's more anime style. We're doing it literally like an anime, right? It's going to even have commercial breaks and everything. It's going to be an anime. It's just going to be, you know, different styles. We're even going to do some live action stop motion. There's a lot of different styles that are going to be in Dragon Ball Unseen. So, anyways, yo, that's coming up in October. Now you know. Let's get to this manga chapter. Chapter 97, Rampaging Cell Max. So, the Saiyamen X1 and X2, Gen Steps, we could talk about that in the future. There's a lot. Is this going on your YouTube channel? I wonder, bro. Great question. I wonder where it's gonna go. No, you know what? It's not going on my YouTube channel. It's going on Markiplier's, because that makes sense. Anyways, I'm fucking with you. But that's kind of a dumb question. 20-minute episodes. It depends on the story. Some are gonna be 15, some are gonna be 30. It just depends. It just depends. So anyways. So the Saiyamen are fighting Cell Max. This was not in the movie, but that's okay because they're adding stuff to it. Then we have Gohan and Piccolo resting. They're not going to get involved yet. And this whole thing is weird because I guess they reveal that Bulma reveals that they've been grounded and that they haven't been training for half a year. And that just sounds pretty dumb if you ask me. I don't know. It just seems very, it seems very, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. It seems kind of silly. You know? Seems pretty silly, bro. I'm not going to put it behind a paywall. I'm going to put it out for free so you can watch it. But I may need help funding future episodes. So just be aware of that. If you want, and I got some really good ones planned, let me tell you. I got episodes coming up that are going to be real emotional. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it is lazy. I agree with you, Jermaine Sullivan. It does feel that way. So they're just going to let Goten and Trunks do their best against Cell Max, but also the Gammas are helping too, which I like. You know, this was all seen in the movie. They just weren't in their Saiyaman X1 and 2 costumes. But like I told you guys before, you're not going to see perfect Cell Max. You're not going to see Gotenks fused right because that would be a major change from the movie. And Toyotaro's not going to change details like that. The reason why Gotenks' fusion failed is because that's part of the story. That is part of the story. Right? Because the idea is if Goten and Trunks have forgotten how to fuse, they have to remember how to fuse, and that's a story for them to do. By the way, leave a like if you're stopping by, man. Leave a like. So it kind of feels like he's not used to moving that body around. Well, I mean, it's a huge body. So this whole thing is like a new thing. You know, they are adding some new elements, which is that they're trying to explain like Cell Max is like a lack of speed. So now Goten and Trunks turn Super Saiyan. Now that was not in the movie. You remember in the movie they couldn't do it. Or not they couldn't do it, but they didn't do it. So that is a change. Hold up, I got a super chat from Gamer Goku. Wait, hold on. First of all, let me get to these super chats, yo. We're going to discuss Gamer Goku in a minute. AB says, been loving the content for many years. Love the trailer. Based on where this chapter ended, how many more do we have? 2 or 3? I think 2 or 3. I don't think this is going to end past episode chapter 100. I think chapter 100 is going to be the last chapter at the latest. At the latest. I think it'll be sooner than that. Gamer Goku says, hey, Danny, want to thank you for having me voice Goku on for Unseen. It's going to be amazing when it's finished to come out. Wanted to say thanks. Well, thank you for the donation. You don't have to do that. But, yes, Gamer Goku is voicing Goku, obviously, in the series. And he voices Goku on his channel, playing games and things like that. So check out Gamer Goku. If you're wondering how I was able to guess Stephanie Nadolny and not Sean Schemmel, the people who work in the industry now are not allowed to play those characters outside of their own thing. So I can't get Chris Sabat to play Vegeta. I can't get Sean Schemmel to play Goku because they have a contract. However, here's what's funny. I looked into this and it's kind of funny. If I really wanted to, trip out on this one. If I really wanted to, I could have Sabat play Goku and Schemmel play Vegeta. Wouldn't that be freaking weird? I'm not gonna lie, that would kind of be entertaining. You know what I mean? I could actually do that, but they're probably super expensive anyways, and Sabat won't do it. And Sean probably won't do it either because, you know, he doesn't want to piss off Toei. But Stephanie Nadolny doesn't work there anymore, so she can be Gohan again. King Shadow, there's a few of those out there, man. There's a few of those out there. All right, so let's keep going. So what's happening here is Goten and Trunks are trying to like use their speed and quickness and them being small. Leave a like if you're stopping by the way, to make sure they don't get hit by Cell Max to distract them. And they're connecting with some punches, but remember, Cell Max is near invulnerable. The weak spot of his is the top of his head. That's the weak spot. That is the weak spot right there. You know what I mean? But you have to hit it with enough force. So, you know, we're going to get to that here in a minute. We're going to get to all that stuff here in a minute. So, but they're at least trying. And you know what? These extra fight scenes are appreciated. I don't think they're that interesting, to be honest. It's kind of bright, yo. Like, the sun's out. I live in Florida. That might be a little bit better for y'all. But look, I appreciate what they're doing. I really do appreciate it. Like, I appreciate them having Goten and Trunks fight. We already know the outcome, though. We know that Gohan Beast's gonna wreck this motherfucker. We know that already. But still, it's at least something different. And right here, does it look right here on the screen that it looks like Trunks is about to hit Cell Max in the balls, bro? Does it not look like that? Like he's about to headbutt his balls? Can you bring Stephanie on a future stream? Yes. Yes, I can. I would love to do that. You know? AKA Fusion, you nailed it, bro. That's exactly the reason. Like, you nailed that. And a lot of people would nail it. Okay, so it says here, he says, do you remember what Dr. Hedo said about how when he was building us, he based our designs off a pair of super cool heroes that happened to be his enemies at the time? So this is new revelation. Now in this manga, they're saying that Saiyaman X1 and 2 inspired Gamma 1 and 2. And that is bullshit because that is not in the movie. In the movie, if you remember, there's a real Gamma superhero. Remember there was that scene at the beginning where Dr. Hedo, let me actually clip that out real quick, yo. That is interesting, yo. That is interesting because that's not how it was in the movie. In the movie, there was a superhero that looked like Gamma 1, and that's where they based it off of. Let me tweet that out here. In the movie, the Gammas. Hold on a minute, y'all. Dragon Ball Superhero, the movie. The Gammas were based on real superhero, not real superheroes, on superhero fictional characters that Dr. Hedo was a fanboy over. Now it's Saiyaman X1 and X2. One of you guys, I don't remember who it was, one of y'all predicted that was going to happen. It might have been Carthu, I don't remember. And that's exactly what happened. Isn't that interesting? So I'm not really a huge fan of it though. I don't like them changing too much from the movie. You know what I mean? Just because it seems forced. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go into these super chats here in a minute because Crash Master sent one in. The Gammas, I love how the Saiyaman X1 and X2 are posing like the Gammas. That's cool. Like, that's a good reference right there. And the four of them together do a move out. I like that panel. This is one of the better manga panels. I'm sorry, chapters. This is one of the better manga chapters. It really is. Like this chapter, again, I told you guys, this arc has been dragging. It's taken too damn long. It's kind of boring. This has improved it quite a bit. Quite a bit. Like, I actually like this chapter. The last couple, this one and last month, have been pretty decent. Now that we're actually getting to, like, you know, the climax. If you're stopping by, make sure you leave a like. If you're stopping by, it does help out the stream. I would like to get as many likes as I have viewers, if not more, because it does help me, and I really appreciate it. So all four of them move out as superheroes. This is a cool scene right here. This scene of the four of them is freaking awesome. Cyclone-style tornado. This is cool. Like, this is the kind of shit that I wanted to see from the manga. I wanted to see them change things up. I really like that. Really, really like this. They forgot to paint Cell Max's nose. Isn't it supposed to be black, though? Hold on. Let's take a look. Oh, there's his nose right there. Are we looking at the same thing? His nose is right down here. Maybe you're thinking of a different... maybe you're thinking of like a different piece of art that I didn't see. I don't know. So, here we have... the tornado move on Cell Max. This was awesome. This would have been a cool way to kill him. Tell me this right here doesn't look like Dragon Fist. Remember when Goku did the Dragon Fist on Harudegarn? He literally went in and punched right through him, and then turned into a dragon and spun around. This looks like something like that, where they're punching like a big dragon going through Cell Max. That's not what happened, but still. You said it's after the pose? Oh yeah, you're right. They didn't color it in. You're right. Cell Max's nose is not colored in. That's a good point. It's a good catch. This chapter did feel a little bit longer, but I like all this superhero stuff. Like, these panels right here really do feel like something out of Marvel. And when you see a big antagonist and the heroes on the right, it does feel like something out of Marvel. Make sure that you leave a like if you're stopping by. So moving on, they continue to battle. And then Gohan and Piccolo train. Well, Gohan feeling fit to fight again. Sure enough, turn Super Saiyan anyway. So I guess, why is Gohan, like, I don't know why they need that much recovery time, yo. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I really, really hope that this ends well. I don't want this to keep going on. I told y'all every month it's dragging. I'm tired of it. This needs to end very soon. Once again, I want to reiterate, y'all, that this weekend I'm going to be streaming about the new web anime. There's going to be a new Dragon Ball anime coming. I'm going to give you all the dirt and all the details this weekend exclusively here on Geekdom 101. And like I said earlier in the stream, I'm going to tell you all about the web anime. And if October 12th or if later on I'm proven wrong, feel free to unsubscribe. That's how confident I am. People keep bringing up 2019 like it hurts me because they're fucking snowflakes and they're soft and they're haters. It doesn't hurt me, bro. I already made a video which has not gone public yet and it won't till next month, where I'm literally going to tell you exactly what happened with Super and why we're getting a new anime. You're going to find all of that out very soon. Just be patient. The video is almost done editing. I got 95% done. I'm just waiting for the actual announcement, the public announcement of the web anime, so I can go ahead and finish it. So you've got you've got some stuff coming out. You've got some stuff coming out. Just, I got to finish it, so you got to be patient with me, and I really appreciate your patience. All right. Leave a like as well. So moving on, I love this panel right here with the big blast. Like Cell showing the pain. I mean, if you can even call it that. I don't even know if robots like Cell Max feel pain. Like, we know that Cell felt pain because he was a synthetic organism. He was an artificial synthetic organism. But what about Cell Max? He's mostly a robot. It feels like he is feeling pain, you know. I agree with you, SS4 Kakarot. Can they beat me? That's a good hypothesis. That's a guy on the chat named Can They Beat Me? That's a good hypothesis that you have. There's more to it than that. Like, I know why you're saying that, and you're not entirely wrong, but there's more to it than that. Dragon Ball Super coming back is not going to happen. We're going to get something else before then. Something totally different. Oh, Jen Steps, is that so? I thought it was just another character. That's interesting. I mean, in real life, they're based off of like Ultraman and Kamen Rider. Like, that we know. Toriyama based it off of 70s like action heroes, you know what I mean? For real, that don't do a thing, or that didn't do a thing? Of course not. Cell Max is powerful. I love this picture right here of Cell Max, yo, with that like his big ass forehead, bro. AR-17, please do not spam the same question again, man. Please. That's a rule here. No, I don't think so, but we might. I want them to, but if you were to put a gun to my head, I'm going to say I don't think so. Let me answer Crash Master's super chat question. He says, I'm in college right now, and I'm so glad I was able to catch this stream just in time. Thank you. Unseen looks so hype. It has much potential, especially since Dragon Ball has so many time skips and not hits. Yeah. Well, we're going to be covering a lot of Dragon Ball time skips and stuff that happened, as well as stuff from Super, old Dragon Ball, even before that, and maybe a little bit of GT as well. The first, like, 7 episodes, I have an idea of what I want to do, but the first one has to do well, because if I drop that episode, bro, and that shit caps at 30K views, if YouTube fucks me and people don't watch it, I can't keep producing it, because it's going to I'm losing money on it. I'm literally paying for all this to be done out of my own pocket, which I don't mind doing if it does well, because I'm doing this as it gets to the anime fandom, but if it doesn't do well, I can't keep doing it. Just keeping it real with you. Just keeping it dead ass with you. I'm not gonna bullshit you around, you know what I mean? Tanakun K. He's more physically powerful, but not magically. Brody Leanburger. I would stop thinking about that, bro. Y'all gotta stop thinking about Super coming back as an anime, because you're not gonna get that for a while, dude. Like, there's no point in sitting here daydreaming about it. I'm just keeping it real with you, because it's already been 5 years. And this weekend, I'm gonna tell you what else is coming. It's not Super, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about what it is. And some of you are gonna hate it, because Dragon Ball fans are like that. Some of you are going to love it. The good thing, though, about the new web anime is that people are going to hate it until they see it. Then they're going to love it. You know what I mean? It's just like Broly. When Dragon Ball Super Broly first got revealed, oh my god, it's Broly, the world is coming to an end. Then the movie, yo man, that was tight. Superhero. What? It's the Red Ribbon. It's going to be a slice of life movie. Remember that one? How many times did I go on this stream and tell y'all it wasn't going to be a slice of life movie? They said it's going to be slice of life and not serious. And then you have all these battles like the one that we're looking at right now. Like, come on. You're going to get a lot of stuff. And there was slice of life elements, but it's a movie. You have to start with peace, and then bad things happen, and the heroes have to bring it back to peace. That's how stories go. You know, people thought the movie was going to be like, you know, Pan a playground or some shit. No, there's going to be fights. You know what I'm saying? So Dragon Ball Super is dead. Did I say that? Did those words come out of my mouth? Bro, the internet's the only place where I can fucking say, yo, I love waffles, and some dickhead will say, does that mean you hate pancakes? Like, people gotta stop doing that shit. Listen to the words I'm saying. Nobody said Dragon Ball's dead. Super is dead. Nobody ever said that. Yes, Orange Piccolo versus Cell Max next chapter. I totally think that's gonna be most of the chapter. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, well, David, a lot of people weren't, man. Trust me on this one. I heard a lot of people shitting on it before it came out. Dean, I love you, bro. I love you for that. All right, look at this. Look at this guy. The web anime is gonna be some 3-minute long episode bullshit that I'm not gonna be interested in watching. If it's not a proper anime, I don't care. Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. No disrespect, bro. Listen, PW Gregory, I'm gonna say something right now. Please don't take this personal. You're acting like a fucking hoe, bro. You literally have no idea what this is gonna be. You're just assuming everything. Oh, it's gonna be 3 minutes long. Blah, 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 blah. You don't know anything. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. Anybody right now who's like, the web anime is gonna be like Heroes, you don't know shit. But I'm gonna tell you this weekend. This weekend, I will tell you. I will let you in on it. I will let you in on everything. You have my word. I've seen so many dumb motherfuckers, bro. Oh, they're gonna remake Dragon Ball. No, they're not. Oh, it's gonna be 10-minute long episodes. No, they're not. I'm telling you, bro. Be patient. Patience is a virtue. OM Saxena, I've given you lots of hints, man. What are you talking about? You know? Well, I have no problem I have no issue with PW Gregory. I'm just telling him to chill out and wait. Because I'm gonna tell you, you know? Yes, I agree. It's weird to dislike something you haven't seen yet. George, man, thank you for the kind words. I love spanakopita. Did I say that right? Did I say that word right? I don't know. Darkest Dave 666. I did a video on that actually. On the channel, I did a video called Gohan Beast versus UE Vegeta. We broke that whole fight down. Eddie, I'm not pissed off. I'm not pissed off at the chat. It just gets annoying because people make assumptions and they don't even know what they're talking about when that's not it at all. PW Gregory, you don't have to apologize. I'm trying to just tell you, don't be pessimistic because, okay, look, I'm going to tell you this right now. PW Gregory, I'm just going to tell you. The web anime is not 10-minute long episodes. The web anime is going to look better than Super. Joe Caparelli, you're out of here, bro. I said zero tolerance earlier, and zero tolerance it is, bro. The web anime is not going to be 10-minute long episodes, and it's going to probably look better than Super. So, do I have black hair or orange hair? Neither one, bro. Neither one. Anyways, let's finish up this review here because I want to get done with this review. So, Cell Max fighting Goten and Trunks. He's actually getting hits now. Remember, he's big, but he's also fast. And that was a thing that, you know. What's it about, though? You'll find out this weekend. Any questions you have about the web anime, what the premise is, you'll find out this weekend. I've already told you. I've already told you you're going to find out. I'm just not going to devote this stream to it. PW Gregory, that's why I said, I'm glad you laughed, bro. That's why I was saying, don't take it personal. Because you're not the only person to have said that. Like, a lot of people, yeah, leave a like, please. A lot of people are assuming shit because they think that's going to be like Heroes. It's not. Heroes has nothing to do with Super or with the web anime. You know what I mean? It's a totally unrelated thing. Dragon Ball has a lot of different things going on. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When the web anime comes out, as far as I know, the manga will continue. We're going to have Super every month anyways as a manga. Right? Excuse me, I had gas. And then we're also going to have the web anime as a separate product. It's just gonna be more stuff to watch. This is exactly what the Dragon Room was created for. Stuff like this. You know what I mean? Y'all are talking Arabic now in the chat, bro. So here's Goten Trunks doing the fusion. And they screwed up. They fucked up. Look at the finger placement right there. Hokage Obama, I love you. I love you for that. And we have Fat Gotenks. And of course, here comes the comedy routine. And they try to transform, but they can't. Even better, even so better, let them have it. This panel's hilarious, yo. We're out of time. Come on, Gohan. What are those numbskulls doing? It makes you wonder. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me actually ask you guys a question. George ZP15. Yes, I'll discuss that this weekend. Like I said, y'all, hold your questions about the web anime for this weekend. You'll get your answers. Now, I want to be clear about this. Okay? I don't know everything. I'm trying to be clear with you about this. I don't know every detail. But I know enough. So let me get to the question here. The question is, would true Gotenks defeat Cell Max? So I'm asking y'all, do you think that if they had done the right fusion, if Gotenks was fused properly, do you think that Gotenks would have been able to beat Cell Max? I want to get y'all's thoughts. Please vote in the poll on your screen right now. I am curious to hear what you have to say. And to read what you have to say. I like this idiot Krillin. Go team! I'll be here. Protect Bulma and Pan. The thing that kind of irritates me about the way that Krillin's been written sometimes, that he's written like a coward. Krillin is not a coward, bro. Krillin is not a coward. He's a brave guy. He's not the strongest guy, but he is brave. There's my yank, bro. Will the web anime be a canon story? Didn't I fucking knew it, bro. Anybody in my Discord, didn't I tell you guys that I was going to get that question? Was it going to be canon? Bro, who cares? Who cares? Who the fuck? Why does it matter? So if I say no, it's not going to be canon, are you just not going to watch it? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, so right now I'm looking at the poll results, and it looks like 79% of you said no, Gotenks would not have been able to defeat Cell Max. I don't know if, I'll be honest, I don't know, and you know what would be cool if we actually saw this? I don't know if Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack could actually work on Cell Max. The explosion piece might actually help blow him up, but would it really? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes, Dokkan and Legends are going to get huge updates very soon involving the web anime. So look forward to that stuff. Hey man, you need to watch your aggression. You're a DB nerd. No one thinks you're hard. I understand you and Prince are friends, but like your backgrounds are different. Bro, you know nothing about my background, dude. You don't know jack shit about me, bro. You don't know a fucking thing about me, dude. Don't sit here and be like, oh, you and Prince are friends, but you have a different background when you literally know nothing about me, bro. And you're banned, by the way, because I said zero tolerance. I'm not putting up with that kind of stupid ass fucking internet bullshit, bro. I'm not. I don't disrespect you. You don't disrespect me, bro. So Double A says missing his nose in the picture. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. His nose was missing. Cell Max. I love this image right here of Trunks. No, that's not Trunks. That's Gohan. This image of Gohan with the serious face. I love that. Yes, Krillin is brave. Krillin is definitely brave. Now they're attacking Cell Max. Gohan's in the fight now. Cell Max, again, I don't know if Cell Max feels pain. Maybe I should ask y'all that question. You know? Adrian, I don't know, man. Kaiwan Webster, I don't know. Okay, Chase TV, I appreciate it. There's no haters or anything like that. It's just we're just talking about the manga right now. I think I know what you mean though, but it's not a big deal. Dr. Hedo made sure Cell Max had a weakness just in case it came to this. The moment anyone nails, okay, but be warned, the moment anyone nails that weak point, it triggers a massive explosion that obliterates every last one of Cell Max's cells and then some. Yeah, when Cell Max blew up in the movie, it should have destroyed the Earth. If the original Cell, when he blew himself up, didn't destroy the Earth, how could Cell Max not destroy the Earth? It doesn't make sense. Whoever does it won't survive. Of course, you know what that's leading to. Aim for the head, everyone, so they're all going to go after his head. This chapter does feel a little bit longer than normal. Daniel, I think you're right. It does look like he feels pain. Let me ask y'all that question, actually. I'm going to ask the chat that question. First of all, right now, people are saying no, Gotenks would not beat Cell Max. I agree with you guys, but, you know, we may never know. The next question I'm going to ask y'all is, do you think Cell Max feels pain? Also, if you're in the Discord, I'm going to be taking calls shortly. So be ready. I'm going to bring y'all in shortly. Everyone's going for Cell's face, right? Not necessarily his head, but his face. It's whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever hurts. Yeah, it is a longer chapter, Dontavius. I like your name too, bro, Dontavius. I used to have a friend, my old best friend when I was a kid was named Devontae. It reminds me of Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP. Any name that has the Tavius in it sounds like you're fucking like either like a Batman superhero or like a street guy. I don't know why. I associate those things. Yeah, PW Gregory, I think so. I think he does seem that way. But I'm asking everybody, and right now in the chat we have 81% of people think Cell Max does feel pain, which is weird because if you're making a robot, why would you have it feel pain? Cell Max is not like Cell. He's a synthetic organism. Why would he feel pain? Why, if I'm Dr. Hedo, why would I have him feeling any pain? You know what I mean? Why would I program that in there? You know what I'm saying? It's a weird choice, don't you think, logically? I like this angle right here of Cell Max about to catch Gamma. Big blast. Chew on this. You know what? This is a good chapter. I'm telling you right now, this is a good chapter. I like this chapter a lot. Very solid chapter. There's been a lot of bullshit, but this is a good one. This is a good one. Jen Steps, I understand that, but this one's more mechanical than the original Cell. You know what I mean? I think he feels pain due to his intelligence, not his programming. Yeah, but his intelligence was programmed. You know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't program that in there, is what I'm saying. That shot right here was in the movie. I remember it was the part where he's like, oh, you know, I remember that. If you're stopping by, leave a like, by the way. Terminator having a family in Dark Fate. You wrote Dark Date, bro. That's gonna be the next movie, bro. Terminator Dark Date. How can I join Discord? You have to become a member on the channel at tier 2, and then you have to go to the community tab and follow the instructions. It's a membership. It's a members only Discord, and you get access to cool shit early. I like that place. Yes, it is dragging. I agree with you. I like how this whole, like, half of this page is just Cell Max making faces. But I do like how right here, like, it looks like he's regenerating. He's not, but, you know, he's just powerful. They're going to have to hit it with some real shit. And here we have Cell Max doing the Godzilla photons technique that we saw him do in the movie, where he fires photons from his pores. This whole fight scene was when I fell asleep in the movie theater. Well, that's the wrong time to fall asleep. LOL. Anyways, Pan. There's the scene where Pan's running, and then I can't fly yet. Then Krillin saves her, but she didn't fly. Remember, there's a scene where she actually learns how to fly. Make sure that you leave a like, by the way. No, I've never been to Action Burger in Brooklyn. I've only been in New York once. And I did stop by Brooklyn. What's the most dangerous place in New York? Is it Queens? Is it LES, the Lower East Side? Like, what's the most dangerous place? Is it Brooklyn? Is it Bronx? I'm just curious. Which place has the most, like, crime? I'm only asking for people who have been in New York or who live there. Yes, Shin Gojira. And there's Dr. Hedo. And remember, a part of the Gamma's prerogative is to protect Dr. Hedo. That's a mission parameter. Don't forget that. Yes, J Money, I do. I do think that. So this is the part where they're teasing that Gamma 2 is going to do a sacrifice. You know, take a peep with your bioform scope. He's not dead. Do you mean it? You ought to be more observant, number one. And so he's about to sacrifice himself at the beginning of the next chapter. Brownsville and East New York, Brooklyn. Oh, Brownsville's bad? Okay. Parts of the Bronx and Brownsville. I'm in East New York. Somebody told me the Lower East Side, LES, is the worst. Maybe it used to be. I don't know. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and bring in some people. I'm going to start with Heesh. All right, folks, please welcome the editor and co-producer of Dragon Ball Unseen, Star Blast.
Hey, what's going on? Very happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Bro, I am very excited for when eventually, like, you know, Unseen comes out. Like, people do not know what's coming.
Next month. It's next month.
Well, they know what's coming, but it's like, and they saw a little bit in the trailer, but it's like there's a lot there to, you know, genuinely be very excited about. And I'm just
we left a lot out, is what it is. The whole second half of the episode with Goku versus King Cold, that has not even been finished yet, so they don't even know. We don't even know what we're gonna do with it. But we have an idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think about Chapter 97? I enjoyed it for the most part because it was pretty much all action and it was fun. What do you think?
I thought, you know, for a chapter, I thought it was pretty good. Honestly, though, I was somewhat disappointed because I thought that they would have adapted a little bit more, because I really am looking forward to, like, whatever they're doing, you know, for the next arc. I thought there would be a little bit more in this chapter. It just kind of went by very quickly. But I thought it was pretty funny just like Toyotawa forgot to draw the black part of Cell Max's nose, not once but twice.
Right, yeah, twice. I was gonna say it happened more than once, yeah. But I mean, maybe he was rushed. Now this chapter had more pages, it felt. But I still think, even though I enjoyed it, it's still dragging, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, honestly though, it makes me wonder, is like, how would if we didn't have the movie,
totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, we wouldn't be perceiving it to be, you know, like in this manner. I think a lot of us would be like, wow, like, you know, the chapters are very interesting. It's only because of the fact that the movie is like this that we're just waiting, like, and very quick that we're just waiting on the chapters to go by.
I think also the tease of Black Frieza at the end of the Granola arc, and then going into this and not following that up. I think that adds to the impatience of people, including myself, because they're teasing up another battle with Frieza, and they're talking about how he's really, really powerful, but we're not going to even get to see that yet.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like but I think what I'm kind of hoping for, I'm really hoping that if they eventually do get to Black Frieza, it's going to be after the end of Z, because when they get into that
I think
arc,
so
you'll
too.
actually have stakes. Yeah, we won't be trapped in that stupid intercool, which
I'm well. I'm curious about the new web anime, how people are going to react to that story.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like,
Careful.
from what we've talked about in private, there's a lot that could be up, for skepticism. Um, but it's ultimately it's Dragon Ball, and at the end of the day, it's like
It's
we're
going to be a
going to
good
watch
time.
it regardless. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. At the very least, like there's gonna be stuff we can talk about. There's gonna be more things going on. It's better than like what we've kind of been going through, like this past year with Dragon Ball just feeling absolutely dead. So I mean, hey, we got more stuff, so I'm happy.
Sassy Cat left a super chat and said, "Will Gohan Beast be the strongest warrior the Oracle Fish foreshadowed?" Asking for someone else. Great question. We discussed that a long time ago, and that certainly makes sense, and it's certainly something that could be the case, because that chapter where the Oracle Fish prophesized. Well, it wasn't really the Oracle Fish; it was Whis who said, "Well, maybe Frieza, maybe you're not the strongest or whatever," or Granola wasn't. That chapter was published after the movie was already out. So Toyotaro obviously knew the movie was coming. He knew basically what was going to happen. So it could be Gohan Beast, or it could be somebody we haven't even met yet. Some think it's Black Frieza.
Yeah. Um, I think the way that they intentionally did it, they wanted to leave it up in the air because it leaves that sense of wonder, and it's probably like going to be something that comes back full circle. That just like where it says, where sometime in the story they'll be like, all right, this is the true strongest in the universe. Honestly, you could end up seeing that being, maybe you can see that being Goku, you can see that being Vegeta, whichever way that they go about the story. It'll just, whoever does genuinely become the strongest, I think that they will bring back that plot point and say, okay, this is what that real prophecy was.
Yes. Also, in the chat, Kick Dreaming was saying to ask the chat about who is the, hold on, prophesized strongest in the universe. So
Like
I'm gonna.
we literally don't know. It's skepticism.
I know I'm gonna have people. Well, you mean speculation? I'm gonna have people
Yeah.
give their guesses. What is your guess? So the options that I'm gonna give everybody is Black Frieza, Gohan Beast, or
Maybe Broly.
I don't think so. Someone we never met. We haven't met yet. Yeah, somebody. I don't think it's Broly, just because like we're so far past that. Like I think Black Frieza would annihilate Broly, and so would Gohan Beast. In fact, I've got a video coming out next month with Prided called Gohan Beast versus Broly, who has the most potential. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think, well, even then, it's like if they train Broly up and he's able to control his power, with giving them the fact that he has the most amount of potential we've ever seen anyone else have in Dragon Ball.
The guy in the chat said, "Isn't it Zeno or Zalama?" That's why I said Universe 7, buddy. I said Universe 7. I didn't say everyone. I said Universe 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious, bro. Remember, I love waffles, so that means that I hate pancakes.
Yeah.
My favorite one is I love life. Does that mean you hate death? Well, actually, I mean everybody kind of hates death.
I mean that one actually is one of the few that makes sense.
That one does make sense, except for the fact that when we die, we're gonna get a bunch of virgins, hopefully, and milk and honey, and
Man, hold on a second, man. I know you're trying to talk about that stuff. You don't know what you're talking about right here on this one. You still got to do some more
no,
research
but
and
the
look
milk
for it.
and honey thing, I know what I'm talking about. We had a discussion.
Yeah, you know
about
what
it.
you're talking about. but you're just making it sound like it's a guaranteed thing.
No, it's not a
That's,
guarantee. That's why I said
I don't want.
hopefully. That's why I said
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah.
Let me ask you a
Hopefully, yeah.
question. Let me ask you a quick question. Have you actually ever drank milk and honey in real life?
I did. Funny enough, like I did actually try that. I mean, it just tasted. It didn't taste
It
that
doesn't. Yeah,
that
it does.
special,
It
to be
doesn't
honest.
mix. It doesn't mix well.
You have to. I think what you have to do is you have to heat it up.
Stir it. Yeah.
It like yeah, hot milk heat up. That actually does taste. It does taste like a dessert, but it's not like something I would just be dying to have. Obviously, the ones that Islam talks about in paradise is very different.
So you wrote in the server, and I'm gonna have you talk about this now. You wrote when Piccolo's gonna go giant. We know that in the next chapter. You said they'll leave the cliffhanger of Gohan going beast. Do you think that's gonna be the cliffhanger? Do you think it's gonna be Piccolo almost
Oh,
dying and then dun dun dun? You know.
yeah, I absolutely like. I really think so with the pacing that they're going at. I mean, because what do we have? What do they have left to adapt? That's what you gotta. That's what I think you gotta think about. So like, during the actual, during the actual fight, I don't know who this Adrian Rodriguez person is, but they're addressing me as Heesh in the chat.
That's because that's
Um,
your name.
but they don't. But you introduced me in here as Star Blast. I'm just like,
Well,
who?
I remember I said
Anyways.
I said I'm gonna bring in Heesh for a minute. That's what I said.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so they have to adapt, Gamma 2 sacrifice. Then there's the scene in which, Cell's gonna step on like Gamma 2's, body. Piccolo turns orange. Then, that fight ensues. There's a little bit of the meetup. Piccolo holds him off for a bit, and then the beast. I think you can genuinely adapt that section into its own chapter, because you know how Toyotaro has done stuff multiple times is that he'll leave the cliffhangers with the transformation. That's what happened
Right.
with Ultra Ego.
Right.
That's what happened with Ultra, Mastered Ultra Instinct. It's just what he does. I just feel like that's typical Toyotaro to do it like that.
Well, the anime did it too because Goku went Super Saiyan at the end of episode 95. Gohan did SS2 at the end of episode 184. It's a common cliffhanger that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone in the chat, hold on, I almost lost it here. I had it. Somebody wrote something I wanted to reply to, but I almost lost it. George ZPS CP5 says you all forgot about 7-3. Dude, Toyotaro forgot about 7-3, bro. We were the ones that kept talking about 7-3. Then they just
That's
dropped
right.
it. Yeah. Everyone, Unreal, like we all talked about 7-3, and then that was it. Okay, here it is. Grass Whore said, "Do you think Beerus and that's his name?
Grass Whore.
Grass Whore. Do you think Beerus and Champa are from Universe 7 or another universe?" I have been wondering that since they were introduced because they're twin brothers, so that means that would imply that they have other family members, parents, maybe siblings. So they would presumably be from a planet somewhere out there. But is it Universe 6 and 7? And if so, how are they opposites? That's one of the or the mirrors. Like that's one of the weird things. Like you have Frieza and Frost, but which actually came first? Were they born on the exact same day? Like these are things that are honestly, dude, don't overthink this cartoon because you're never gonna get an answer.
Yeah.
So
It would be interesting to see that plot point come back though, because that ended up being like the whole catalyst for introducing Granola in his next arc. Maybe was that really all it was purposed for? Like I don't know. I think I could definitely see Frieza possibly since he obviously knows everything going on in the universe, he can see he probably has some use for OG 73.
I mean,
Since
that's we all talked about that. We talked about that back like during that run and
Yeah, but think about it. Now it's like because he killed Alec and Gas.
see, look,
And
Joseph
the heaters
Lipkin
are on
said,
his
"Is
team.
OG 73 ever coming back?" I don't think so, bro. I think they legit forgot about him.
I think Frieza can definitely use and utilize OG 73. 100%.
I
now
agree
that
with you.
Oil and Maki are now on his team. They work for Frieza now. There's no reason for them to not want to bring up OG 73 since they are in possession of him to try to be on their good side. Be on Frieza's good side.
Well, look, I'm not denying what you're saying. What I'm saying is I genuinely think that Toyotaro and maybe even Toriyama forgot about OG 73. You know what I mean? They just forgot he existed.
I mean, that you could say that, but I mean, at the same time, it's like the arc wasn't centered around him, and then literally
Right.
with the next arc, they went into the whole superhero stuff, saving the Black Frieza stuff for later. I don't think that they're necessarily. I don't think they forgot about him. I think they're just saving him for later.
P.W. Gregory said that they could have. He's talking about how Beerus and Champa may have been born outside the universe in Zeno's realm. That could be. We don't know anything about
I
Zeno's
mean,
realm.
there's a whole bunch of speculation about that too. I mean, even Rising Fists and Jordan has their own stories and such that surrounding the origins of Beerus and Champa.
Yeah, the god
But
hierarchy that's been introduced is very weird. And meaning
yeah,
that we don't have answers to a lot of this. Like, we don't even know. Like, we know, okay, for example, with Topo, we know that Topo was trained to be a god of destruction. We don't know what that entails. I don't think it's the same kind of training as Vegeta. I think that's only part of it. I think to be an actual god of destruction, you have to, like, pass tests and go through trials, and they won't just give it to anybody. So I think that while Vegeta is learning the Hakai techniques and Hakai energy, he's not actually training to replace Beerus, at least not yet. So that's something else I want to know about. How do they pick them?
yeah. But I mean, hey, if you want to know the real answer to the story, the reason why that there's brothers right there in the first place is because Toriyama did not think up the designs for all of the other gods of destruction, or think any specific reason as to why they're going to be brothers in the first place.
No, exactly. That's how it is in Dragon Ball. Like, there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't get answered. Like, if I sat down and I said, okay, how many unanswered questions are there in Dragon Ball? There's tons. Now, the good news is that with Dragon Ball Unseen, we can answer some of those questions and actually visually show you and show the people. The problem is that there's still going to be a million more questions.
Yeah.
That we can't answer. So let me go ahead and bring in Medios here. Medios, you're live.
Ahoy there.
Did you just wake up?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I've been talking to him.
Oh, all right. So.
Goodbye.
So what did you think about chapter 97?
It's the best chapter of the superhero retelling. Like,
You
by
know
a
what?
lot.
You might be right. Because I can't remember enjoying one as much as this one.
This is the chapter I've enjoyed the most since the very first chapter of the Trunks and Goten mini arc. That first chapter was great. Mostly because it scratches my Saiyaman itch. I hear you can get a cream for that. But
You want somebody to scratch your itch and then give you cream? Are we still talking about Dragon Ball?
wow, okay. That's one way of taking that joke. But yeah, this was a friggin' incredible chapter. I loved it. I loved it to pieces, especially the first half. The panel of the Saiyamen and the Gammas posing was everything I've ever wanted from Dragon Ball.
That
This
was
is the
so
kind of Dragon
awesome.
Ball I love the most.
The 4 heroes, and I love that.
I love it when Dragon Ball gets to be fun. Because it's when Dragon Ball sets itself apart.
I legitimately wonder this is not a bad thing. I wonder how in the manga version how Goten and Trunks are going to react when Gamma 2 sacrificed himself, because there was no connection in the movies, none. But in the manga, I feel like we might actually see them. I mean, we might see them freak out, bro. Go Tanks now, that is.
Yeah. Hey, maybe they'll fuse into Gotenks because the fusion will have worn off by that point. I don't know. That'll be very interesting. They might even do like a reference to like your standard superhero movie where, in the origin of the superhero, they lose someone who's important to them. And that's what teaches them to like fight on for justice. That could be fun. Because we know that Trunks and Goten are going to be training with Goku and Vegeta in the end of Z, which is coming up. Mm-hmm. And why would they be doing that if not for... Because they're motivated. They're pretty unmotivated in that moment, but it had to start somewhere.
Do you have a guess as to when this arc's going to end? Because I think chapter 99 is the end, then 100 is going to be a new story arc.
I have said, this is my third month running, saying that I think that 99 will be the end. However, I know that come hell or high water, by the end of chapter 100, it will be over. 100 is the last moment in which it can possibly end. This is not going to 101. I think 100 would make sense for the new arc, the big 100, big new arc.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll be 101. I don't know.
No, that's my number. That's my number. Yeah. The thing that's wild is, back in 2015 when this thing was just a promotional manga, it wasn't anything more than that. I never thought we'd get to chapter 100. I was thinking like maybe 80 chapters, then we'd be done with it. But it's crazy where we're at right now.
I think it's crazy mostly just that the manga has just improved in quality so much. Like at the very beginning, this manga was good, right? It was good to start with. And there were like flashes of brilliance during the Universe 6-7 tournament. During the Goku Black arc, there was a lot of flashes of brilliance. Tournament of Power had some really cool stuff. But since the anime ended, this series has been soaring.
But do you think
even
if the
the
anime
superhero
was still
retelling has
on,
been
would they
great.
compare it?
See, I don't think that this manga would be anything like this if the anime was still happening. I feel like it would have different priorities, if that makes sense.
You think it
Like-
would still be a promotional?
I think it might still be promotional, but I just think that it wouldn't have this Toyotaro coming into his own kind of feel to it. Like the stories that have happened since the anime ended have been very different in vibe to how the stories used to be. Like the stories we got in Super weren't that out of the realm of it's a Dragon Ball story. The idea of having a magical goat man, come out of nowhere, and they have to fight with the Galactic Patrol to save the day, that's like a fan's idea of a new Dragon Ball story. I have been pleasantly surprised.
No, hold on.
by
I'm
the
going
way
to
the
say a
manga has
fan's
changed.
idea of a new story is Goku Black. That's a fan's idea of a new story. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, are we talking common denominator, or are we talking about a fan who's creative and actually interested in the future of Dragon Ball?
Oh no, common denominator. No, I think.
Common denominator is heroes.
Huh?
Common denominator is heroes.
Well, that's true. That's true. I was referring more so just to Super because the idea of an evil Goku and bringing future Trunks back, it feels like there's like a dartboard over there at Shueisha, and there's like a picture of like Frieza, Trunks, Broly, and all.
Vegeta's back, and Trunks wins with the spirit bomb in his sword. It's like a spirit sword.
You know what? You know what's funny about that too, though. What I think is funny is the dart that hit the Frieza piece of the dartboard has been hit like 4 times already. Let's bring him back again. Let's give him a new form. Golden, black. He's a bunch of stuff now. So,
Yeah, but the weird thing is that Resurrection F was terrible, and then you have friggin' the Tournament of Power, where he was like one of the best parts of the Tournament of Power, and ever since then he's been great. So
I have a
okay.
I have a
Thanks for hitting that part of the dartboard.
Right, and it worked. I have a question for y'all. It was actually aimed towards me, but I'm not sure how to really answer it. But first, in the poll results about who's the prophesized strongest in the universe, what's your guess? Black Frieza got 31%. Gohan Beast got 23% of the votes, and that we got 300 or so votes, almost 400. Someone we haven't met yet got 46% of the votes. So they think that it's a new character or a new threat or something, which I would be fine
No,
with
it's
that.
OG73. That's the real answer.
Somebody already said that earlier, bro. Damn you.
Okay, so what prophecy exactly? The Oracle Fish?
The Whis. Remember how at the end of the Granola arc, Whis picks up Goku and Vegeta's body? He's like, somebody else who's the strongest might appear. And so that's implied it's somebody that's not Granola and maybe not Black Frieza.
Well, I think he's referring to Black Frieza in that moment, because that's after they got beat up by Black Frieza, right?
That's what I thought too, but I also was like, is he? Because the way he was smiling kind of felt like it was going to be someone else, like Gohan Beast. But how would he know? Look, the obviously we know the gods have time rings and all that, but how would Whis know for sure that Gohan Beast was even coming?
I'm gonna be real with you. I genuinely don't think that Whis is that complicated.
Me neither.
Like, I think Whis is very reactionary to his situation. I think that he's seen so much at this point that he's just like, oh well, guess someone else is the strongest. Like this guy is so apathetic that it's like circled around back into mild interest. Like he's like a butler who's seen everything, who's like, yes. Yes.
Maybe Toriyama himself hasn't figured that out yet. He just left it up in the air for like, to figure out how he's gonna like make the art feel seamless.
Well,
Like, he left.
Probably.
this is the issue with Super. And I was talking to Darius about that Tengen the other day. The fact that, and by the way, welcome iOS for he joined as a member. If you want to join the Discord, I reposted the Discord server entry post in the community tab for members only, tier 2 and up. So if you go there and if you go to the YouTube page, actually, you know what? I'll put it on the screen so everybody can see. So here's my YouTube page right here. If you go, there's, home, videos, shorts, which if you haven't seen these, you should watch them. There's a lot of them out here. Streams, which is where I'm putting the reviews lately. Podcast, which I'm going to be adding more there later. Playlist, and then community. At the top, there's the Discord server entry for tier 2. So you follow these instructions right here and you get in. And there you go. So anyways, let's get back to what we're talking about.
Here's a question that I do have for like, I guess both of you, and like maybe this would be a good question like to ask the chat as well. How do you guys feel about them like removing the scene where Pan herself fly? Like Krillin came in to save her this time instead of her flying herself.
She's gonna end up flying herself at a later point. I don't think they're gonna change that.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think it's the best change because we watch Goku teaching her how to fly in End of Z. So the movie having her fly made that scene kind of weird to me.
Bro, she's learned how to fly like 4 times at this rate, bro. She was flying as a baby.
Yeah, but
That's
she doesn't
right.
remember that. She doesn't remember that. Like, she was a kid. Like, there's no way she remembers that happening.
She was an
It was
infant,
instinctive.
yeah. Right, that's what I
Yeah.
thought too. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
used
at
to
the
think
same
too.
time, you don't remember. But at the same time, it's like you don't remember when you first walked.
I do. Actually, I do remember that. I'm not even kidding. I'm trying to
What?
find.
Since then, I've kept walking, dude. Like,
That's true.
I don't remember, but I remember each successive time.
Yeah, like you would if you fly around like you own one time and you're literally like flying around in like your dad's house, they have to pull you down and such like that. Then like you would just remember that instinctively, like walking.
Maybe because flying.
But
is,
like,
is a
she
technique.
hasn't been continually flying, you know?
Buku Jutsu is a technique. Well, I mean, I think the real explanation is that, and this happens more times than people really understand. I think Toei Animation added Pan flying in the anime, and Toriyama didn't even write it in. You know, it's kind of like how
I mean, it wasn't a filler episode.
it happened a few times. But the thing is, it's sort of like how back in the original Dragon Ball run, Toriyama's depiction of hell was never shown in the manga, but it was in the anime. And that confused people when Resurrection F came out. I mean, I figured it out right away, but it was like, why is Frieza in a cocoon in hell when in the Buu saga, in those filler scenes, he's with King Cold and Cell and all them, and it's 2 different versions of hell. Now, I will say this: I actually
No good saying monkey bleh.
I actually love the fact that all the villains are watching Goku versus Buu. I actually kind of like that idea. Like it's a good that added to me like a finality to it. Like if you're gonna end the series, why not have the main guy fight the main villain while all the other villains watching? I thought that was a cool idea from Toei.
And the whole overall design of hell, I actually love the anime versions more because it actually seemed like hell. It was very ambient but also mysterious in the way that they portrayed it. You literally have like a bloody pool and like all of like these like gray dead trees. I mean, it just. I mean, I like that.
Well, you also got like stuff like Princess Snake. You have the Onis. You've got like, and they managed to turn it into, and they turn it into comedy because the filler episode. I mean, obviously, I told you Princess Snake is my favorite Dragon Ball Z episode of all time.
Best
filler episode ever, bro. Blows away the driver's license one. But I love that episode, bro. But I love how like the those episodes with the ogres and Goku's like wrestling with them, like. That is some of the most fun filler in the entire series. Like eating King Yema's fruit. Molly Demoney says, what's your third channel called? It's called Realm of Geekdom, but I'm changing the name very soon. I'm going to rebrand that whole channel. So be patient with that. I'm going to rebrand everything. And then...
I'm sorry.
No. The guy was saying Bobby D cheering on Goku. I do love that because he was mad that Boo betrayed him. What were you going to say?
I was literally about to talk about that. He took my point. The gag of Bobbity being like, kill him, that bastard killed me. I loved that. That was, but he still took credit for it in front of everyone else, so that he could get like his hype in prison, and then just goes behind a rock to be like, "No, Goku, kill him."
I love it. It makes sense, even though that version of Boo is not even the one that did it. Maybe during the Fat Boo versus Kid Boo fight, he should have said something then. That the other version of Boo is the one that he actually liked. Grass Whore joined as a base form member. Thank you. Just remember, Discord is tier 2 and above. What was I gonna say? Okay, so before we get out of here, let me bring in the other two guys that were in the waiting room. I also wanted to say, once again, y'all, Dragon Ball Unseen is being produced, so I'm gonna put that out next month, and the new web anime is gonna be announced next month. But I'm gonna go into details on that in an upcoming stream. So people, a lot of misinformation out there. You know, I mentioned that PW guy. And I don't even blame him for assuming that the web anime was gonna be that, because that's what Heroes is. Yeah, well, I don't, only because I get it, but I think the problem is that people calling it a web anime, really it's a streaming anime. The only difference between the web anime and like Super is that Super was on Japanese television Sunday mornings / Saturday nights on Fuji TV. This is going to be a streaming show. Because now, believe it or not, folks, Japan's actually getting with the times. Because, you know, Japan's about 30 years behind when it comes to this kind of shit sometimes. And they're actually going to start putting out streaming shows. This ain't going to be the last one, yo. Maybe, like, Sailor Moon and One Piece will get, like, spin-off streaming shows after this. I don't know. But it also gives people around the world a chance to watch it. Let me go ahead and bring in Ash. Ash, you're here with me and Double A. Ash and Double A, we're going to close out. Before we do, give your thoughts on Chapter 97.
I found it really creative
You did?
because of the fight and how, yes,
Oh, I see.
it's
Okay.
because earlier I was discussing it with Meteor as well, and he also explained that how both mediums, the movie and the manga, have used their mediums very properly, and I can see why.
Now they have.
And y- yeah, it's like it's very dynamic, like how in Toyotaro's style, and it's not feeling like because in the movie I personally felt that it was looking very like there's too much where Selmax just is trying to move, but you can't see much of him. When the manga, it's it's very more dynamic, where you can see Selmax just punching and all that more clearly. I feel like that was more better here in the manga, but again, that's how it is. And again, my
Also,
common downside to this chapter is how they removed Pan flying, because that was her goal in the beginning of the film, which
but
again,
remember, they might still do it in the next chapter, or they might do like what Medio said and just not do it, you know? I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Yeah, it
I
might just be like a end of Z thing.
I do want to say, because I answered it in the chat, but
Mhm.
David was saying, is Heroes a web anime? That fits more than, and the answer is no. That's a promo anime to promote video game cards. Like Heroes, the anime only exists to promote cards for a game that 90% of us will never play. When I went to Japan, and I did play Dragon Ball Heroes with the cards and everything, the arcade machine, and it's not that fun. Like I used to think it was a lot more fun, but when you actually sit down and play it, it's really not that fun, dude.
Yeah, I played
It's
on
And
TV. I
it's
think it's
really
cool.
fun.
if you want like a experience of Heroes, like in Xenoverse, they have this mini game. I think it is called like Coliseum or something, where you just have these, instead of cards, you have these small figures, and then you use it to fight the enemy like in front
Du-
of you. That's
d-
like basically Heroes. Yeah.
Dr. Gerald says, is it possible that the web streaming anime could be covering the manga arcs? Didn't I just say it wasn't super like 50 times, dude?
Here's you know what I think that makes the
can
web anime so confusing? I don't think that
Well,
this
it is
term
confusing.
web
It is confusing, but it ain't that confusing. But go
but
ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. But
Mhm.
like, but what makes it confusing, I think, is that I don't think that there's really an example from any other. I mean, do we have examples from other animes that have been like a web anime before this? Because I don't even think I've heard this term before until Dragon Ball.
I don't like
Was
that term
doing
either.
this.
It should have been called streaming anime. We don't have anime, I don't think, but we do have other products and other shows and things like that. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I want. So
yeah.
that's what I think people need to actually see. Like, we need an actual
Yeah,
visual
here
example
it
for
is.
what they're actually
Ahsoka.
talking about.
Ahsoka is in the Star Wars universe, and it's a
Mhm.
streaming show. It's not a TV
Oh,
show.
okay.
I mean, there's,
Mhm.
what about? Okay, here's a great example.
Mhm.
Marvel Agents of Shield was on television, but Secret Invasion and WandaVision were streaming. The only difference between the web anime, and you're right, I don't like that term either, and Dragon Ball Super or whatever, is that it's just going to be streaming, which has
Mhm.
benefits to it.
Now here's the other
Mhm.
question. So like you're bringing up these examples and such of like,
It's the
Disney
best
Plus
ones we've
properties.
got.
Yes, but is there
Yep.
going to be a website specifically where they're going to be putting up these episodes that we're going to have to
Hulu.
like subscribe
It's
to like these
either
examples?
it's not going to be Hulu. It's either going to be Crunchyroll for probably people in the West,
Mhm.
or the official Dragon Ball website, because I said a long time ago, people forget that I said this, but I vividly remember saying it. I'm sure many of you remember, but people keep forgetting because they only keep track of the negative. I said in 2021 that Dragon Ball was going to be expanding out and creating their own website, and they did. Actually, it was 2020. They created the Dragon Ball official website. So that would in theory be the place to put it. I don't know exactly where it's going to be yet. I have an idea, but the idea of them putting content up for because remember
Mhm.
the website is in English, Japanese, Spanish, German, and French. That's 5 languages. So I think the idea is, or was, probably still is, to expand the franchise more. The problem with Japan has always been that these people don't pay attention, or they're late, or what. Wait a minute, Dragon Ball's popular in America. They've come to that revelation like 4 times, dude. Like, do you not get like reports of sales? Do you like? It's so weird to me because,
No, they know this. They just don't care. I mean, literally, when
well,
Dragon Ball
now they
Super was
do.
airing, they had
Yeah.
now they do, but back then they just didn't. They didn't because
But
remember
that's
what
dumb
happened when
because
it
they
came to
should have. You know what I
I
mean?
know, but
Mhm.
remember what happened when Dragon Ball Super was on the air? How it was streaming in Mexico, like they had to tell the Mexican government to stop these streams, and they said no. So
Well,
like
well, that what technically what the Mexicans were doing was not legal because they're streaming someone else's content and monetizing it without like permission or whatever in
that's
theory,
true.
and
But
making a
it
profit
basically
from it.
goes to show, yeah, but it basically goes to show that like Dragon Ball is just that popular and such in that area that you have these gigantic stadium-filled places where it's streaming Dragon Ball Super.
UI Gogeta says I think it'll be Shallot from Dragon Ball Legends. Nope. Nope. You're not gonna get
mm,
that kind of shit, man. As much as
Mhm.
I would love to see like Mira and Toa in like an actual like Dragon Ball Super or whatever story, you know what I mean? Like not a video game thing. Like actually be enemies because I love those characters and I love Mechakabura and the Demon Realm. We're just never gonna get that, and I really wish we did because I think Demigra is so much more interesting than like I don't know, gas. You know what I mean? Like the hero stuff is so much more interesting. Uh,
surely,
yeah,
surely
go
at
ahead.
some point we might get time breakers though. Like
We
the
Yeah.
should.
actual time patrol might
Yes,
show up.
We
Yeah.
should though. Like we that all those I love those ideas. They did it before the fucking TVA.
that's
Like you
true.
could
Yeah.
have Super Saiyan 4 show up in Super and not and still leave GT in its own fucking thing.
You know,
If you just had the Xeno character show up.
I don't know, man,
um,
because I think that would. I mean, that does sound cool, but at the same time, it's like then they would. I feel like they have if they're going to introduce Super Saiyan 4, they're going to do it in a very specific way. If they were to introduce it in Super, not kind of have it be like with the same type of way of doing things like storytelling wise that Heroes does it because
also
it.
I have a weird feeling that there's a possibility that we'll see SS4 or some kind of variant of it in the web anime.
Yes.
Oh.
Because of like I don't know
Because
if
of the
I've
circumstances that we can't reveal, but I
circumstances we
think I
can't
know what you're talking
reveal,
about.
and there's also they're doing something with the web anime involving transformations. That's something that I was not expecting. So I
I want
don't.
you to tell me what you mean by that, like later in like after the stream
I
and
thought I
stuff.
did, but maybe I didn't. But I'm not. What I'm okay. Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure if and when we're going to see like Ultra Instinct in the web anime. We might get something else, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not saying we're not going to see it. That's not what I'm saying. But
Mhm.
from everything I've seen, it might not be a focal point. But I don't know. Real quick though, Grass Whore says, and by the way, he spells it Hoar. I think you thought he was talking about like
Yeah,
Whore. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I did, and then I read it.
He said, "Do you think
Mhm.
Cooler being in Universe 6 or Frost turning into Cooler in Universe 6 can come into play? Hope they keep Frieza and make him rebel against the gods." Uh, yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see. I mean, I
Mhm.
think before Superhero was like announced and there was speculation about Cooler, I did a few videos discussing what they could do with Cooler if they decide to like reboot him, right? I don't know. I don't know, but there's a lot of cool ideas they could do with Cooler, no pun intended. Because I sort of like the idea of there being another member of Frieza's family who is not necessarily a good guy, but who is also like, what's the word?
Outcast, yeah.
An outcast. There you go. I love the
Yeah.
idea that this dude was like outcast by King Cold and he's been building up an army somewhere else. I love that idea, man. It's all some Game of Thrones type shit.
I would
Also,
love the
Mhm.
same idea if they did that for Cooler. That would
that's
be
what I'm
great.
talking about for Cooler. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
I was I think I actually talked about that like years ago on stream. Um, uh,
One
yeah.
one question though. Do you think like in the coming future we will ever see Vegeta's brother as well? Because yeah,
I have
he was
no
mentioned, but yeah.
idea. Oh my! Do they even show Titan Super and not Tarble?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
They showed Tights, not Table.
yeah.
Plus
Honestly,
Starbell.
I wouldn't mind if they rebooted him because I don't feel like they utilized him
Are you talking about
properly in
Tarble?
the.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, like I understand that he was mentioned in the Battle of Gods movie version,
Right.
but he wasn't brought up in the anime
Right.
or the manga.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like I think that because I think that everyone could agree that in the young Yo Son Goku and Friends special, he was very underutilized. He ended up just becoming like part of like like part of the cat like a side
Peanut
character and
Gallery.
such. After
Yeah.
yeah,
He didn't
exactly
do
part of
much.
the peanut gallery at
The
like later
Peanut
point in the.
Gallery, bro. I haven't heard that
Meadow
term
said
in
it perfectly. He's
years.
part of the peanut gallery. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, like after
Joshua
he just
Lowe.
came
One,
like,
one,
literally, he doesn't do anything important to the story. All he came in was just, like, bring the story there so that we can see the Z Fighters fight. Like, he's
Came in to be
literally
Speedwagon.
I want to
yes.
say
Oh yeah.
somebody said made it, Black Phoenix made a pretty good point. He said Tarble will probably never be seen again because Kaba kind of took his place. That makes a lot of sense. Kaba kind of became
Yeah.
Vegeta's de facto little brother, you know.
Kinda, yeah. No,
And
I can totally see that.
that's a question that needs to be
In Kaba, Vegeta finally has a son he can be proud of.
see. I like what you said there, bro. I like what
Trunks.
you said there, bro. I love what you said there
And
because
there's that whole plot line of, like, going to Universe 6 and, like, that is connected to Kaba to expand the story even more.
look at this question right here. Can Piccolo's regeneration be stronger than Hakai? Dog, I can't believe you're asking that fucking question.
Are
No.
you
What?
what?
Do me,
What?
No, bro.
here, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and type Geekdom 101 Hakai explained, and then maybe you'll get your answer. Because I'm telling him that so that he watches the video and gives me a little tiny bit more money because I'm broke, guys. I'm about to be homeless. Not really. That's not true.
What's happening?
No, but before we get out of here, are y'all
Mhm.
gonna Ash or Double
Yeah.
A your thoughts on Chapter 97? Because I wanted to get out. I don't mind
Right.
sticking around for a little bit, but I was just curious.
Oh, Splat just donated.
Did he?
I'll
Yeah. Or
I
Super
can
Chat.
like make
I'll
a
take a look at
quick
that in a
one.
minute. Go ahead.
So yeah, I'll just give a quick one. So in terms of like what my thoughts are, the fighter handled very well, and as I said earlier, it looks more dynamic here than what we saw in the movie. And yeah, I can't wait. Like, plus, I like the spreadsheets of Cell Max using his photon rays and then going everywhere else. And yeah, like it looks really cool in the manga, is what I'm saying. Like they've done a very good job. And yeah, just that one downside is Pan just flying because it has already happened. But yeah, as you guys have said earlier, it just might happen later. That's pretty much it for me.
Okay.
Mhm.
Double
Yeah.
A, do you have a comment?
Yeah, I think it was a good chapter. Just I no, just
What?
well,
Did you lose your train of thought?
yeah, just a bit.
Well, I bet you
What
said it was
the-
a good chapter and that's it.
well, just was not expecting the Trunks and Goten to basically get some more action before we went to fast Gotenks because
I mean,
because well, I thought they were going to keep it more closer to one with the movie, but I never
They
know
went
with these
they,
chapters.
this chapter went in a whole other direction, and I thought it was actually better. Like super rarely have we said that the manga is better than the anime. I mean, there are some instances, some aspects of the Trunks arc. There's a few, right? But the Tournament of Power to me was not better in the manga, despite Gohan's little cool thing and the Kale thing. I didn't think it was better at all. The Trunks arc,
That's the worst.
some of it was better. Some of it was objectively worse. It just depends on your opinion. Let me get these super chats
The
here.
manga. I will defend the Goku Black version of the like arc of the manga like over the anime any day. I think that would.
Wait, which one?
I think the
Goku
Goku Black, the Goku Black manga arc.
Some
was
of it
better
is
than this.
some of it is better. I will say that, but there's some things I did not like. But there are some
Well,
things
yeah,
I
like
did
the way
like.
that they explained the time travel, it kind of did add in like a plot hole.
Well, also,
such.
it's another one of those ideas they threw out there and didn't follow up on, like the Universe 12 time traveler. Maybe you and I could do an unseen on that guy.
Oh, that would be great.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It would be, bro. It would totally be like a big. Oh my god, it'd
Bro,
be
and then
totally
the
a Dragon Ball
idea,
parody of-
I actually have the idea. The idea is the Universe 12 time traveler watched hardcore porn as a kid, and he wanted to, or I'm sorry, softcore porn,
Oh my
and he wanted to fuck Shannon Tweed, but she's old now, so he used the time ring to go back in time and fuck her when she was young.
I was
Now,
gonna
that's a
have
good
this be
idea.
like a gigantic, reference and such to Back in the Future. They were gonna have
Oh,
like.
Wait,
shit.
hold on, let Heesh talk. I can't hear him because everybody's talking.
Sorry.
I was gonna say like it would be like a big old parody of Back to the Future and such, but in Dragon Ball type of style.
Well, what happens is he goes back in time when he fucks her, and then has a baby, and then the baby tries to destroy the multiverse, and there's your story.
Okay.
And
there
then
you go.
what happens is we make it a cliffhanger that we never follow up on it like Dragon Ball does. In the spirit of Toriyama, we'll tease something and never follow it up. Fuck it.
Dude, I love Looper.
The
Gosh.
third?
No, Looper, the movie. It's a Ryan Johnson movie.
Oh, Looper. I thought you said Lupin the third. Okay. Some other dude, is that Splat?
Yeah, that's Splat.
Is it possible that Toriyama simply just forgot about Tarble like he did Launch and Talpipe? But he didn't forget about Launch. Did a video on that, bro. I thought you watched my content. As far as
What about Tao Pai Pai?
well, I don't think he forgot about him either. I think he just wrote him out.
How are you going to use Tao
I thought there
Pai
was an
Pai in
interview
modern
on-
Dragon
I need
Ball
to-
anyway?
I need to see that video with Launch. I must have missed it because I thought there was a
It-
whole interview with such on him from
It's
Toriyama.
in Dragon Ball the Dragon Ball Mythbusters in that playlist.
Okay.
Will web animation be like One Piece Wano arc? I haven't watched the One Piece arc, so I don't know, but it will be good. One Piece people have been praising the One Piece animation lately, so I am going to expect it to be probably like that, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I mean, I can't comment because I've never seen it, and to be honest, I have not seen the web anime yet. I've heard. I mean, that okay. How can I explain this without giving it away?
web anime?
Yes, yeah. Hear me out, because they're asking
yeah.
about the web anime compared to One Piece. I haven't seen like a full episode of the web anime. I've seen some things, art and things of that nature, official art too, but not. That's how I know it's real. But not, but Geekdom's lying for views. Okay, that's cool, bro. We'll see next month, bro. Next month, bro, people are going to owe me an engraved apology for all the bullshit they've talked, but they're not going to give it to me because they're a bunch of pussies and they never acknowledge their own fucking bullshit. So it is what it is. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the web anime. I'm sorry, the web anime. I cannot comment on One Piece, and like I said, I haven't seen it in action, but a lot of the talk has been how good the animation is. So that is a major selling point, is how fluid it is. Plus, they're doing like a mix of styles, which I can't really get into. I can't get into that here because it's gonna piss people off if I get into it. Hold on. Justin Sullivan says, thank you for all you do, Danny. I don't care what the trolls say. We love you and appreciate your hard work. Yeah, nobody cares what the trolls say. That's the point. They think their opinion matters, but it doesn't. Somebody said, how about an arc about an accidental war on the other world, then make Janemba canon? There's no canon, but I think I know what he means, like some kind of other world civil war. That's a theory I had for why Zeno destroyed the 6 universes, that they try to rebel against him. And that itself could be an unseen, even though
we talked about that one.
We'd have
just
to
based
make
off Twitter.
Yeah, we'd have to make up a lot of stuff on that though. That's the only thing. I'm fine with fleshing out stories, but if we have to make up too much, it's kind of like, well, that's not true because the Gohan one for episode 2, it's gonna be like 70% stuff that we made up.
That's what makes the story so great, is we actually had pieces there to fill in the gaps with. That one,
and you know
love
how
that.
much I love filling in gaps, if you know what I'm saying. But
Absolutely.
do you know what I mean by that?
Speaking
Yes, I
of
do.
I'm talking about pussy. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, what I want to know is what would happen if Goku was betrayed and locked inside the time chamber for ages.
Part 59.
Let's go.
No, it'd be 69. Nice.
No,
I
man.
want to go there, bro.
Story of John says, it'll be cool if the web anime was an anthology like Star Wars Visions with different animation studios. It's a long shot, but it'll be cool to see that. Well, it's not that. I actually thought that it would be that a couple of years ago. Right? But that's not what it is. It's an ongoing story. But I that's actually an idea that I love, is them doing Dragon Ball with multiple different studios for each episode and different styles. That would be great. And we're kind of going to do that shit with Unseen. Unseen, like, we're going to do I was talking to Heish about this. We're going to do a little bit of everything. Maybe not claymation because that's really hard, but I do want to mix in, like we talked about, like possibly doing some stop motion for some of the fights. We're going to be using PNGs from the video games and some of the things. It'll be a big sort of hodgepodge of styles. And I think that's cool. Like, I think that'd be funny, including that wacky. Remember that idea I had where we're gonna get cosplayers to dress up like characters and fight and film it and intersplice it. We're gonna intersplice live action with animation, dude. That'd be awesome, bro. Come on, I'm picturing it right now.
That would be.
That
would be awesome. I
to
agree with that.
do like a fight scene or some shit, dude. Fuck, that'd be dope.
And if you're talking about claymation, I can, if we do an Unseen episode talking about Boo, I can definitely mix in some sort of claymation, have it be like a claymation stop motion hybrid type.
Do you have claymation, or I'm sorry, do you have clay?
I have. I mean, I don't have clay. But I have Play-Doh. That can kind of work.
That is clay. Isn't Play-Doh the same thing as clay?
No, it's. No. I think that's different.
No,
it's different, I believe.
Well, what's the difference? Is it just the colors?
Clay hardens and becomes something permanent.
So
Play-Doh
do I.
Doesn't.
Oh, you're right.
You're permanent, bro. You should see a doctor, bro. That's not good.
Well,
I hope it's not permanent, bro.
The women in my life are happy. But what I was gonna say was, the clay is like the pottery wheel thing, right? Where you mold it into little cups and right. That's clay.
Yeah.
But Play-Doh can still be.
Play-Doh is something you can form. You can form forever.
Play-Doh, the thing is, if you don't have that, if you don't put it in leave it in an airtight container, it will just kind of get all crusty and break apart.
That's what I'm saying. It hardens like clay does. But with clay,
it does, but it doesn't stay stabilized like clay does.
When I was in 6th grade art class, we had to make shit out of clay, and and of course, guess what I made? We made it, and then we put it in an oven. And then when you pull it out of the oven, that's what you're talking about, right? It hardens it in the oven. Which, by the way,
do you do that with clay?
I think you're supposed to. With clay, don't you have to heat it up?
Oh yeah. I don't remember. I don't I don't
No,
make
I don't.
clay.
I mean, dude, I haven't touched clay since 6th grade, bro. Yes, folks, I did make a big cock out of clay in 6th grade, bro, but the teacher didn't want to accept it.
I actually, I actually,
What else would I make, bro?
you probably make a vagina.
No, that's really hard to do because vaginas are beautiful and detailed.
Okay.
I dead ass went straight to the soundboard on Discord and went to play Come Tuesday, and I realized I was on stream.
I do have an example I can actually show you,
No,
like
please
using
don't.
Play-Doh and such for like boo and like mixing it together.
But would that be a question? Would you be using pink Play-Doh mixed with like a Boo action figure, or would it all be a Play-Doh?
It would be a boo action figure mixed with Play-Doh.
Same thing with Piccolo.
I kind of want to buy some Play-Doh now and fuck with it, bro. You know what? If I made a Play-Doh vagina like you said, hell, I might not need a girlfriend ever again, bro.
God.
Oh my.
Who needs a girlfriend ever again, bro? Anyways, so all right, we're gonna close the stream because I've been here a long time and I'm hungry, and I gotta go get some food. But thanks for stopping by, y'all. It was a good time. Good
Make sure
chat.
you
Yep,
check
it
out
was an awesome
episode
time,
one
yeah.
whenever it drops. I voice Frieza and King Cold in there. I hope the performance is great. I'm looking forward to everyone seeing that on the Geekdom 101 YouTube channel.
Wait, what are you talking about? Unseen?
Subscribe today.
Oh, we gotta show Unseen trailer one more time.
Oh yeah, show it one
I
more
want
time.
to show the trailer one more time, yo. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, just like with how it comes with like voicing Frieza. I did like just
Yeah,
I guess I
we
can
should
get
tell him that you voiced Frieza.
Yes, I voice your favorite type.
Sorry, I voiced your Lord Frieza in this video.
Oh yes, Father, please don't walk in on me when I'm masturbating. Anyway,
Daddy.
oh God. So Heesh plays King Cold and Frieza. Gamer Goku plays Goku. Duh. And
Stephanie's
I
Gohan.
play
Okay.
the narrator, and Stephanie Nadolny plays Gohan. I love you too, yo. All right, let's play it for everybody.
You're streaming the manga. Oh, never mind. There it is.
No, I
Okay.
fixed it. Yeah, remember there's a little bit of lag where
That's
you
right,
see what
that's
I
right.
see. I'm playing it right now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Get
I love
ready.
this trailer.
Frieza, you couldn't move on with your life.
What a good freaking.
That's Father's key.
You will be the one and only mortal in this universe who will witness the true power of King Cold.
You know, like, people have been wanting Stephanie to play Gohan again for years. And I made it happen! We make
Yes,
history.
sir.
In
We make
hindsight,
history in this motherfucker.
I guess, like when it comes to the trailer, the only thing I feel like I could have added in there is maybe a little bit more of just like Frieza talking in there. 'Cause it's mostly just like the grunts and stuff like that. But I mean, it works. It definitely works. I'm very happy with how this trailer came
Well,
out.
the actual episode will have lots of Frieza talking and shit. You know.
Yes, and there is one thing I will say. This one thing about the episode, there will be a section in there. There will be lip flaps, but it's just one thing. That is just like one scene in like the entire episode. You won't see that happen.
Yeah,
and
this
such,
is
very
not
often.
right. This is not a dub. We maybe someday we can do something like that down the road where it's like a full like fleshed out dub, but that's gonna take time. To be honest, the Yamoshi thing could have been a dub. If we actually made the Yamoshi story that we talked about a couple months ago, and it was totally fucking like animated, that thing would blow everybody's mind. Especially the way I'm picturing it, you know what I mean?
Technically, what I did wasn't really a dub either. I actually I actually recorded the lines and then manipulated the lip flaps to just fit around the
Right,
the
like Team
dialogue.
4-Star does that
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Well, they have a neater way of doing it. Mine is not quite at that level yet, but it works.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of editing, bro. Like, these things take time. If we did that,
Exactly,
we'd be waiting for episode 1 wouldn't be out for another year. And I want to put episode 2 out by the end of the year. So hopefully this first one will do well. Like I am very nervous about it just because if it doesn't do well, bro, I'm gonna be pissed because like I believe in the project.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much here for this project that is to be enjoyed. I think it definitely emulate, like from the trailer you can see it definitely emulates animation, which is really what the goal was. And the person that we have, the artist, I'm gonna credit him in the stream, Mari. He did some the drawings he did was absolutely amazing and does what I like. It coincides with my goal when it comes to editing the video and really to emulate animation.
He also draws like fucking Toriyama.
He does. He's a very good artist. Does really cool looking tattoos as well. So
yeah, including the one that you got, bro. Including the one
I don't
that
have.
He's got a tattoo of an arrow pointing from his dick to his ass.
Bro, no one would ever want a tattoo like that.
He says he wants.
That sounds like something that out of Last Airbender type of thing with all the tattoos they got, bro.
He wants a tattoo of an arrow from his ass pointing up to his mouth, bro. And the whole joke is figure out what's going on, figure out what that means. Yes, I have seen boob bits, and they're pretty fun.
They are pretty funny.
I'm glad that they did that.
I don't think you've seen the second half though.
No, I've seen a few of them. I've seen a few of them on Instagram. I haven't seen all of them, but it's Team 4-Star, bro, and they rarely like do shit bad. You know what I mean? But
Majin Vegeta scene was great, where he calls Goku best buddy. That fantastic, full circle.
It does make me. It does. The only thing that makes me sad is that I kind of wish they would have done the whole Boo saga, but I know why they couldn't.
Yeah,
I know why they couldn't. Maybe they'll do GT bits. You know what I mean?
There's a 0% chance of that with Kaiser. Kaiser will never ever do that.
I talked to
0%.
him once. I talked to him once, and a long time ago. Well, I talked to him the other day, but I mean about this. He said that the original plan was when a bridge ended, they were going to go back and do regular Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? And that would be fine, but I would like them to do GT. Even if they bury it, it'd still be funny.
See, if they did OG Dragon Ball, I feel like that would work so well with comedy, because it's making a comedy of another comedy. Like it's what it is. There's like there's so much humor in OG Dragon Ball. I think that they would never run short of jokes.
See, the GT bit is in the Bardock special when he sees the Pyro brothers, and Bardock realizes that he wants to die. That's their GT bit. That's what they think about GT.
I know they hate it, but that's what I'm saying. They hate it so much that if they actually did an abridged version, people would love it because they would have so much material because they hate it so much.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's literally how I felt watching the Para brothers. But then again, like I'd only watched the dub, so what do I know?
Of what, GT? You're talking about GT?
Yeah,
I'm
GT.
sorry, man.
That dub is horrible.
I know. I plan on eventually watching the sub. Just never had the time to do it.
What, the dub of or the sub of GT?
Yeah, the sub of GT. I eventually plan on watching it.
It's good, man. It is good. Anyways, I'm gonna check out of here, y'all. Thank you again for stopping by. I'm actually gonna leave this room in the Discord so y'all can, chill out or whatever. I'm gonna close the stream out like live, so I'm gonna dip out. Thank you for being on. All right, so we're gonna close the stream out, y'all. Thanks for stopping by as always. Remember, Saturday I will be talking about all the upcoming news. We have a lot of exciting things going on in the fandom. Very exciting new projects coming, not just from me, but also from Toei and the whole crew in Japan. Toriyama is heavily involved once again, and it's going to be a good time, y'all. Take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you this weekend on Twitch and later on YouTube. Have a good one. God bless you.